likes of Ian Holloway, who's like a mad character. I retired him, by the way. I don't know if you've had him on there. Just ask him about the lap of run that we used to do in pre-season. He was fit. Like, I remember a first year apprentice getting there and I had no idea, just doing these runs. And like, I was, like I say, skinny, like little kid, first year. Second year pre-season, I'd gone boom. So my stride patterns like that. But I was a fit lad. He used to smash everybody on these runs. I didn't realise, but he'd said if he loses one of these, he's going to retire. I didn't realise that. So I'm running on his shoulder the whole way around this thing, and then you go up the side of a pitch and then all the way along a back row. So I'm running on his shoulder the whole way, and then you come up the hill bit, and I just go one next to boom, 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 just stride past him, get to that thing, bang, and just leave him. And then he goes, I'm not playing this season. Jacked it in. But he was fit. We'd done a pre-season actually. I think the year after that, must have been when I started to go on loan. We had a 6 mile run. We had a 6 mile run, right? And it was 3 miles along a train track. Like there's a pathway. 3 miles to this gate. Touch the gate. The physios are there, mark you in, and then run back. So he starts 6 minutes behind everyone, right? He said, if I catch you, you're doing double sessions. Like you're doing double sessions for everyone. So obviously your group was gutted. Like
whatever they train me, I'm fucking get that on.
Yeah. So everyone goes off. Boom, gets to the end, the 3 mile post, and then you come back. But obviously, because you've touched that post, you can see where he is roughly. Do you know what I mean? You can see whether he's caught you up or whether you're at the same distance or whatever. So obviously he's catching these guys up at the back. There's a guy called Frankie Bennett. If you jog from there today, he'd have been dripping in sweat. Pre-season, hot as hell. We're doing this 6 mile run. He pegs it off, and he's in that, like, he's not designed for long distance running at all. In that heat, gets to the post, comes back. You can tell roughly like where he is. There's a little group of them. Michael Meek is in there, I think. Honestly, as Holloway's running past them, he's shouting, "Don't let me catch you! Don't let me catch you!" He's like, he's starting to catch, but as the lads are scattered along this, like it's just relatively straight, he's coming. Like, obviously they've got like 2 miles or 3 miles to go. He's coming. Everyone's like that. Everyone's like running, and it's dripping with sweat. Like Frankie, I feel for him, right? Frankie Bennett, dripping in sweat. It's like, obviously, had to go up a couple more gears. The heat has got to him, and he's like starting to zigzag. I can't remember who was behind him. He was telling the story. I'm behind Frankie, and all I can see is Frankie starting to zigzag, like zigzag. And then all of a sudden, he starts to slow down. Bang! Collapses into a bush, like all nettles and all that lot. A few of the boys stop. Holloway's coming. They leave him and go. The next ones that are coming stop. Frank, you're okay. Thinking that they'll buy him. Like, listen, if I tell Frankie, I can't get in trouble here. So Frank's like struggling on the floor. Holloway's come running past. Get the fuck up, Frankie. Double sessions for you. Like shouting in his ear. Frankie's like, tell Michelle and the kids I love them. Tell them I love them. He really thinks he's going to die. The lads get up to there. It's obviously a horrible little track. They've called an ambulance, but there's no way you can drive a car up there. So we had Michel Kuipers, who was goalkeeper, who was an ex-Dutch Marine goalkeeper. He carried all the medics stuff from the ambulance, ran it up there with the team, and yeah, he come round. He was okay, but yeah, Holloway was put the fear of God even into everyone in pre-season.
Do you have any moments like that where you just come up against players and just went, wow?
Paul Scholes.
Oh, mate.
Paul Scholes. I don't know if you played in it. Paul Scholes, basically, playing one up top. I'm up top. They got 4-5-1. I'm out. Rio and Vidic just sweeping up, looking nice and sexy. And then there's Paul Scholes that's just in front of me, who keeps getting the ball, and he just puts on an absolute masterclass of zinging. I think there was Dempsey and Conch, and then there was Ronaldo here. But he was zinging balls like with swaz, not like over them, like between them, pal. But I'm stood
zinging
behind.
Balls with swaz,
mate. Like, but I'm behind him though. I'm behind him, Jim. Do you know what I mean?
Admiring
like
the swaz.
I'm just like, oh wow. so nice. And then he'd go out to gigs that side, and it was like, wow, Nani, whoever it was, and I was just like.
We stayed up last game of the season, City, didn't we? Against City. City won the league. I actually believed that we were safe with like 5 minutes to go, and they scored. Aguero scores at the end, but we all know that we're safe. I think if we needed to draw, we would have drawn that game. Really think that. Really do. Because I remember I played, 80 minutes and come off the last 10. I think I went down the line and actually said to Jamie Mackey, I think, mate, we're safe. I can't remember who it was.
Bolton losing to Stoke, I think.
Whoever it was.
Yeah.
Mate, done. Game's over. He's like, all right, cool, throw in. And I think that literally goes around to the boys. I think the fans jumping in and chanting in the corner anyway. I think, And I think if it really needed to, I don't think they'd have scored. Someone would have booted or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think somebody asked whether it was you that got into Barton's ear to try and get.
I actually said to him, take someone with you. Meaning, right? No. I know what I meant. Everyone else, I think, no. He says to me, mate, I'm getting sent off here. I was like, I don't think I saw the first bit. What had happened? And he says, I'm getting sent off here. I was like, all right, take someone with you. Meaning, like, have a little scuffle, fucking have it like headbutt or fucking whatever. Like, just have a scuffle and try and get somebody else sent off.
Take someone with you.
Like, if you're going and you're already going, I think he's already on yellow, he's getting another one for sure and he's off. Take someone with you. His interpretation was, go and fucking knee somebody.
Get someone with you on a stretcher.
Yeah, like, but in actually after the game, he was like, mate, I'm done here, mate. I'm done. Can you speak to the gaffer? So I go down to Mark Hughes and say, listen, Gaff, I'll be honest with you, I did say to him, take someone with him. His interpretation was a little bit different to what I had in mind, but he's like, yeah, no worries, whatever. And then obviously he gets banned. He plays in Marseille, doesn't he? South of France for a year or wherever it is. And every now and then he'd be on the phone to someone and he'd go, fucking tell Zamora, you fucking dummy. And I pick, wait, you're taking a piss, mate? You're in the fucking south of France. Playing for Marseille? You taking fucking piss? Enjoy yourself. It's pissing down here, anyway. See you later. So.
The player you hated playing against the most? Do you ever come up against someone all the time and you just didn't get your own way? And then on the opposite scale to that, who was the best and the easiest?
So in terms of like big name players that I didn't like playing against, and I've said it before, is Carvalho at Chelsea.
Right. Okay.
And he wasn't huge, was he? He wasn't big. He wasn't fast. He wasn't strong, but he could read the game really well, and he cheated.
And read you.
He cheated.
When you
really
say
well.
cheated, though, what it?
So he'd pull your shirt at the right time. He'd clip your ankle. Let's take, for instance, the fullback's got in, it's switching play around the back.
Yeah.
You're running across the pitch.
Yeah.
To show up, and he had to step in front of you and barge you. Referees though looking over there.
You're never going to get it. You're never going to get it.
But he'll knock you, and you'll like.
Yeah.
And then he'll do it again and again and again. And by the time the 6th, 7th time, when that ball's going across, you're not looking at the ball. You're looking where he is and what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And those are the split seconds, and those are the moments you should be focusing, making your runs. But instead, I'm looking, where's he gone? What's he going to do?
Yeah, clever.
And then he'd wind you up in that little way. Get a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
And then the ball would come in here, bang, you'd try and...
So he'd give you one as well, would he?
No, you try to give him one.
Right.
He'd roll on the floor, face, yellow card,
That's
and then
right,
he's
yeah,
absolutely got you in his back pocket. But he used to do that all the time, and just really
He's
clever.
wiry, weren't he?
Yeah, and
he
had that knack of getting his leg around. You know, like I used to try and hold the ball.
Yeah.
He had that knack of just getting his leg around you, up there, and nicking the ball like all in one go. And I just think,
actually thinking of him, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Of him playing, yeah.
He was very, very good, very good. In terms of players I like to play against, big name players. Probably Jamie.
You had on toast? Did you have Carragher on toast?
Well, I used to like playing against him because I just felt stronger and quicker than him, and I think after a couple of battles, he would go, I'm not. There's no point in me doing it. So it almost like, right, you just get it. You ain't going in behind me though. Do you know what I mean? I'll let you lay it off.
I don't like- yeah.
which I liked to do.
You
I
like to dominate that, didn't
and
you?
bring people into play. So we almost had almost some sort of gentleman's agreement, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Cheers.
I ain't gonna run in behind you, but I will hold the ball up, all right? And he would be like, yeah, you don't run behind, make me look like a slow old. And yeah, we're sweet. So
That's quality.
But yeah, that. But I mean, he was a great defender as well.
Yeah,
though.
he
Do you
done
know what I
well,
mean?
didn't he?
And even when you did get past him, he'd have the sliding tackle out of nowhere. He's had that in the bag. Do you know what I mean? Come out of nowhere. That Champions League final where he's playing and he's got cramp.
Yeah.
And all that. At the end, he's got cramp. He runs his socks off, some great blocks and tackles in that.
Yeah.
So, what a player.
See, I played with Bellas when he was 33, 34, and he was a bit like that then.
Yeah. He's. Look, I loved him. Like, he would fucking ruin people. Like, ruin them. Like, there's a couple of young boys that he fucking. Like, yeah, I don't think they actually recovered from it. I don't know if they even went on to go and play again, to be honest, because you're not on my fucking team. You're fucking shit. Not in my fucking 5%. Oh, fuck me. He's on my team. We're going to lose.
It's
like, oh, mate, let's give him a break.
him a break.
Like, 16 years old, 17 years old. But
Did he ever come for you?
he actually came once, said one thing. I was like, fuck off, mate. You're fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? Just gave it. And it was like, it's almost like, I think he's testing his boundaries with everybody. Do you know what I mean? But I really like Bellas. I really liked him. A lot of people, you either like him, you know what I mean? Do you know, like, he rub you up the wrong way.
I don't think I'd like to sit on a Sunday afternoon with him in a boozer, just me and him. But I could half get where he was coming from with his attitude and all that.
Yeah. But a good play, and he would turn up and he'd do it on a Saturday, so you didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What were you thinking when Mascherano and Tevez did come in?
Mate, I had no idea who the hell they was.
Did anybody?
Not really. The game probably wasn't like it is now. So, yeah, they played in South America. Well, to be fair, now I still don't know who the fuck plays for anybody in South America. But, like, at least now you can go on YouTube or go on something or find out who they are. Back then, I don't think, I certainly didn't.
So there a point when you've, at training or whatever, you said, no, we've got a couple here.
Yeah, but Tevez was the worst trainer in the f***ing world. Rubbish. Like, just walk about. Like, obviously had flashes of brilliance, but wouldn't try a leg really in training. But on a Saturday, work his cock off. So again, you don't mind that. Mascherano was fucking unbelievable in training every single day. Learning English, like English lessons. Tevez, I'm just going to play golf. Like, Tev couldn't speak English when he went to Man United or Man City, I don't think he still can't speak English now, Tevez.
Can he not?
Nah. But Mascherano, like completely chalk and cheese.
Did he play 4-4-2, Pardew?
No, well, we ended up playing, it was 4-4-2 when we had the ball, 4-5-1 when we didn't. So me and Tevez was up front, and it would be a little bit of a not running joke, but whoever's closest to right wing had to be that one. So there'd be times where obviously got the ball and there's turnover of play, and we'd look to see where the other one is. It's me, bang. You got to just sprint in.
Thinking, like, I'm just going to sneak up towards the left wing here.
He was good as gold. He was good as gold. Like, look, you just laugh and just run and fill in. And I was happy with that. He was happy with it. Just go and do the graph. But he was brilliant. Yeah, great, amazing player.
Well, we're talking the good days. Let's talk Fulham and the Europa League run, because that has got to be ranked up there with one of the highlights of your career.
Yeah, some fantastic places we went, some great teams we come up against and turned them over. So, again, it's that changing room. Just, on paper, you look at us and go, some good players, but
what teams did you beat on the route to? Let's just remind people of the teams.
Juventus at
on the way to the final.
Wow.
Wolfsburg, which were the actual German champions. We beat them home and away. Hamburg, very good side, Van Nistelrooy.
Was there a
Boateng, Shakhtar Donetsk, who were still to this day, I think that they had Fernandinho and
Willian.
They had a few that.
That's amazing. What a run that is for Fulham.
That Shakhtar team. I remember the first game at home, thinking, like, this is like FIFA. Like, they'll just get bing, 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 bing. But we took our chances.
Just quickly, tell us a quick story on the travel to the final. Was it the volcano?
Oh yeah, the old ash cloud that went. Yeah, wasn't it?
So you couldn't fly. Yeah, this is
fly.
the travel to the
semi-final Hamburg. the final was actually in Hamburg, but we had Hamburg in the semi.
Yeah.
And obviously there was that ash cloud, you couldn't fly, all that sort of stuff. So we had to get coaches from there to Germany. 23 hours, I think, on the coach it was.
What day did you go? Must have been 3 days before the game.
Yeah, we stopped somewhere and had a kick and slept one night. But
This isn't it? Semi-final of the European Cup.
and we've got to sit on a thing, and then the second leg was back at ours, and obviously you could fly by then. So they were like, "Sweet, lovely. These guys are going to be knackered." But yeah, that was a mental day. Actually, I remember could have been so different. We're on the coach, obviously on this motorway. God knows where in Europe, driving pretty fast. All of a sudden, I got Chris Baird in front of me, so he creates goals for me. He gives me some fantastic balls, so he's a big part of the way I was playing. I got him in front of me. All of a sudden, the brakes go on the coach. I mean, like an emergency stop. There must have been a 3-year-old kid like stood in the middle of the road going like that, about 10 foot away, because the brakes go on this thing. Chrissy Baird, I swear, from the back of the coach, he flies like backwards like that. All I see is him go wallop, arms. I don't know how he hasn't hit his head somewhere, because if he had, he would have definitely been gone, finished. But I just remember looking at him. I go like that, put my hand on the chair in front. He's going like backwards, flying back. But mad, and then it turns out that we're in this traffic for like 3 hours. There was a major crash or whatever it was. We're sat in this traffic for 3 hours, sweltering hot as well. Do you know what I mean? Get out. I think we're playing 2-touch in the
hard shoulder.
Yeah, mad. But some journey.